Hello to everyone joining us on Facebook right now. I am posting our kavanah, our intention, our focus for this meditation, so you will have it. And we have a few more people who have joined us on Zoom as well. Give it another couple minutes before we start. As you know, it is Friday, which means we are entering a new week on our journey in Kabbalah, our journey through the Kabbalistic tree of life. This actually is the last week of the 7 weeks between Passover and Shavuot. The counting of the Omer will end on Thursday. So Thursday will be our last meditation going through this process. We'll continue our meditation, but I'll have to completely reinvent another counting of the Omer version so we can continue. But I also want to let you know it's not been announced yet. I'm going to be working on it today, but I will be offering Thursday night, which is the evening of Shavuot. I will be offering a couple hours of text study. I'm working on today. I haven't decided what text and what context, but it'll be between 8 and 10 p.m. on Thursday. So because it is Friday and because we are entering into this last week of the counting of the Omer, I want to spend a few minutes before we begin with a little bit of teaching on Kabbalah, as I have been doing the last 7 Fridays, to kind of get us into the energies of the week. And then I will share the mantra. Actually, I'm going to share the mantra. Now I'm going to wait another couple minutes as more people join us on Zoom, because as you know, people who join after something is posted in the chat room can't see the posting. So let's talk. Let me talk just a few minutes about this week's Sephirah. We are entering into the energies, the last Sephirah at the bottom of the Kabbalistic tree of life, which is the Sephirah of Malchut. Malchut is also understood as the Mishkan. Malchut means kingdom, and the Mishkan means the sanctuary. And you can see that both of them are pointing to this reality we are inhabiting together right now in this space, this level of consciousness that is physically, emotionally, and contained also as part of our the mind that helps create this world in which we understand ourselves to live. That's the kingdom. But as you understand from the word, it is for our sages, this is the kingdom of heaven. This is it. There is nowhere else to go. But the problem is that it is hidden from our eyes. It is hidden from our consciousness that sees separation where there is no such a thing as separation. And the whole process of mystical exploration, but also of Judaism in general, not just Kabbalah, is to remove the veil from our eyes, that we might actually see that this is the kingdom, this is the Mishkan, this is the sanctuary, the holy temple. We live in the holy temple wherever it is we find ourselves. The presence dwells in that temple, in the sanctuary, in the kingdom, through and through, and as and through us included. So again, Malchut is the palpable reality of the divine as it exists, in fact, in the here and now. It is the reality that we meet through our senses. And if we connect to the teachings and the practices we have gone through in this past 6 weeks, Malchut this week is the week that, in fact, all the 6 previous Sefirot, 6 previous centers of energy that we worked with those last few weeks, are all merging now into this space. They all flow all the way down to Malchut. Malchut is paradoxically the container that holds all of those energies, and the container that in fact expresses and manifests all of those energies. It is as if the other Sefirot, the other 6 centers of energy that we have connected to, have invited us on an inner journey from hiddenness to manifestation. What in Kabbalah we see as Ein Sof, into the Mishkan, into Malchut. So Malchut is in the realm of Kabbalah. Actually, Malchut is the realm of Kabbalah. Kabbalah meaning reception, right? It is that container that receives all of the energies that we have worked with and in fact embodies them, manifests them. It is the container, the womb, if you'd like, in which all of the above Sefirot are poured. And which is why in Kabbalah the kingdom Malchut is seen in as deeply feminine. And here the name of God is often understood to be Shekhinah, which is the divine feminine presence, the indwelling divine feminine presence. This world, this creation is the divine feminine. It is a birthing reality. So all the work we have done this past 6 weeks, our opening to the energies of all the higher Sefirot, is this work is meeting us this week. We are filled at this point. We are filled with all of the energies we have worked with through our meditation. They are here. They are part of us. It fills us. And this is the place, Malchut, where all of those energies become real and tangible. And they are now part of us. Now, Malchut is a paradoxical space because it is the place where we lose ourselves. But it is also the place where we begin to find ourself. I wrote about this week in my Torah reflections. But Malchut is at the same time that place of stuckness within us and the springboard of our liberation. So our meditations are a call, and will be today, this week, a call to wake up, in fact, to wake up to the sacredness of the world all around us and within us. To open ourselves up to the wonderment of our meeting the divine presence in our everyday doing, but also in all our surroundings, in all our seemingly mundane experience. That is going to be our work, to connect to the divine through that expresses, in fact, through our thoughts, our emotions, our sensations, because they too are the expression of the divine self that, again, is hidden to our mistaken consciousness. So that's kind of the world of Malchut. That's kind of going to be our work this week together. And the Hasidic masters who embraced Jewish mysticism as part of their practice had a very powerful meditation at Malchut specifically, where they meditated on the fullness of God's presence in the physical world. And they used part of a verse in Torah. And that is going to be the verse we are going to follow. And I'm going to post that verse now on our chat room, because, as always, it involves a lot of Hebrew. Those on Facebook already have it. We don't. So I'm posting it now. You might, if you have your eyes still open, you might want to look at it, specifically if you need to look at the Hebrew. So the words are in Hebrew memale kol almin, which I translate here as spirit fills the whole world. What the expression invites us into is to really awaken to the presence. Here I called it spirit, you can call it God, you can call it whatever works for you. That in fact is infusing through and through all of creation. So the word in Hebrew memale literally means fills up, like fills, but fills completely. Like there is no place that is not filled with the presence. There is nothing that is filled with that presence. And kol almin actually in Hebrew means all the worlds, not just the worlds. You know, there is a plural here, which is fascinating, right? It's the world we are aware of and the worlds we are not aware of at the same time. It fills everything. There is nothing that is not completely, totally, and absolutely filled with presence. There's not an atom, a molecule, a quark, a string of string theories that in fact is not filled with the divine presence. All of it is spirit. All of it is consciousness. This is a self-aware universe. So that is going to be our mantra. I'm going to invite you to, in fact, use the Hebrew if you can. Memale, which means fills, will be wonderful to have with our in-breath as we fill ourselves with the breath, right? So in our inhaling, we could have memale. And in our exhaling, we could use kol almin, all the world. So that our out breath is, in fact, the divine breath that fills all the world. So if that's also, you can use the English and have spirit fills or God fills, whatever word you want to use. I used here spirit to leave it open-ended. The force, you can use the force. You can use energy. You can use whatever works for you, God. And you can do in inhaling, you could do spirit fills as you're filling yourself. The whole world as you exhale. There's a whole world. There's a WH here is an exhale as well. And you can feel into the body breathing out as if God's breath was filling all world. Okay, so we're going to work with that. So we're going to do a shalom chant, bless the energies of the day, and step into our practice immediately now. So find your base camp. your breath and your relaxation. And if you want to, join me for Shalom chant and then the blessing for the day. Breathing and relaxing. Breathing and letting go. Breathing and letting be. Aware of the breath as it comes in. Aware of the breath as it goes out. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. Holy One of Being, you have blessed us with paths of mindfulness and have gifted us this path of counting the days of Omer. Today is the 43rd day, comprising 6 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. Today we step into the energies of Chesed as they meet us in Malchut. Today Malchut is inviting us to be fully embodied, to feel into all our senses to the fullest, to see the inner experience and the outer experience as the exquisite expression of the divine. Like during our meditations in Malchut, we lose ourselves only to find ourself again and again and again. It is in each moment of mindfulness that we are found. It is in knowing the divine presence in each moment, in all our surroundings, that we begin to free ourselves. We do this by opening ourselves today to the unbounded love and the overflowing compassion and loving kindness of Chesed. With a heart immensely open, unbounded, unrestricted, we welcome this week. We welcome this work. To know the divine being breathing in as we aware this breath. To know the sacred divine being breathing out as we are aware of the out breath. And we practice as we observe the body breathing in. Memale. Presence fills. And as we observe the body breathing out. Kol almin. The whole universe, the whole world presence fills the whole world. ממלא כל עלמין And we gently transition out of our meditation. Gently let go of our mantra, taking a couple of deeper breaths and beginning to move our feet and our hands, stretching the body if we need to. And as always, I invite you to take this mantra, this practice with you for the rest of your day. Practicing seeing in all your surroundings. It's easier to start with your surroundings, especially the beautiful gardens, things that are beautiful. To see the divine presence in those moments, in those places, in those beings. And to let that infuse your consciousness slowly. Eventually you will be able to transform your world into the sacred world that in fact it is. It already is. But for now, we'll close our meditation with a threefold Shalom chant. And if you're joining me, take a breath now for Shalom. Moderni. Thank you.
Ani. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Toda Ani. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivier.
Shabbat Shalom.
See you tonight.
See you tonight. Join us on Zoom to light the candles together.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.